Welcome back, guys. Gothic 2 Night of the Raven, episode 16. Can't believe we're already at 16. But anyway, we've reached the big farm where the mercenaries are. Onar's farm. Spoke with Buster, and then Fester, and then Sentenza, and now we're at Raul. Raul's a different case because he's annoying and we should punch him in the face. Fortunately, he doesn't have that stupid fighting AI animation, and he's not as gullible as others in one-on-one fighting. So we're going to have to resort to a few um, scrolls to ease that, and let's try it out.
What do you want?
I want to have a look around the farm.
Don't go into the building on the left. Silvio's in there. He's not in a good mood right now. If he sees a weakling who doesn't belong on the farm, he might get the idea of venting his bad mood on you.
I want to join up with Lee.
Lee won't have much to say around here if he keeps on this way.
What do you mean?
He wants us all to sit around here and twiddle our thumbs.
No secret.
Intimidate a few farmers now and then, and that's it. Silvio always says offense is the best defense, and damn right he is.
Who is Silvio?
Our next leader, if you ask me. If you plan on asking him if you can join us, forget it. You look like you're barely good for herding sheep. Have fun. What do you want this time?
Methinks I'm gonna punch you in the face.
What?
That's exactly what you need right now.
I've been too nice to you so far, haven't I?
Yeah, you've been extremely nice. I'm so blessed to have met you, dude. Like I said, he doesn't have that stupid AI animation in Melee, so I prefer to just freeze him first and then give him a fair few whacks. Got a healthy crit as well, and he's donezo.
Nothing there.
I'll probably need to do the same for Bolko as well. Rod I can handle because he'll be weaponless when we duel with him. But Bolko is definitely a very tough ask for us
We'll
at
see
this
about
stage in
that.
Chapter 1. I'm not sure why we have two quests
Wait a
involved
minute.
with
All right, you win. What do you want?
beating Bolko.
I'd like to become a mercenary here. Do you mind?
Do whatever you want.
Methinks I'm gonna punch you in the...
What?
That's
I've been...
nothing to be had there.
Alright. Methinks I'm gonna punch you in the face. That's a funny line.
No idea. You tell me.
Now let's actually let's take a nap because it's for some reason it just got kind of dark. Not sure why, because it's not that late. It's just 6 tea time.
That's been known a long time.
And now let's talk to Rod.
No secret.
Rod, who's not here right now because he's a bit of a sleepyhead. And he moves like a drunk sailor.
Wait a minute. How are things?
What do you want from me, weenie?
Weenie.
I want to join the mercenaries.
There's no place for wimps around here.
So he called us a weenie, a wimp. What's next?
I want to join the mercenaries.
There's no place for...
How...
That's none of...
A weakling, so a weenie, a wimp, a weakling, all words starting with W.
I am strong enough.
Nonsense. You couldn't even lift a decent sword like mine.
Oh, could I now? I think I could.
I said I am strong enough.
Oh, you're killing me.
Ew.
Want to risk a little bet?
Just to be clear, we need 30 strength to handle his sword and complete this small quest.
I bet I
And
can
win the
handle your
bet.
sword.
Really? How much should I relieve you of? Well, you look like a poor sucker. Let's make it 30 gold pieces. Do you even have that much?
I have about 18,000.
Sure.
Let me see then.
Here.
All right, let's see how strong you are.
About this strong.
Looks like you got me there. I never expected that. You really don't look like you have that much strength in you. Well, I guess I just lost 30 gold pieces.
You got
Here
that
you
right.
are. Now give me back my weapon.
Oh, I think not.
I think not.
What was that?
I think I'm going to keep it a little longer.
Just you wait, you bastard.
Haha. Oh, he packs a punch.
For? Let him have it.
Yeah.
Show him. Give it your all.
What you waiting for? Holy shit! Show 'em who's boss.
That hit the spot.
What you waiting for? Show 'em who's boss.
That hit the spot.
Let's look at his sword. Should be 30 strength and 40 damage, something along those lines. Yep, two-hander. Not a bad one for starters, especially if you have some two-handed skills. But as you know, two-handers are way slower, including in this step-back animation. It takes a lot more time than the one-handers. That's why many, including I, prefer one-handers. But in this Let's Play, I'll try my hand in two-handers for a bit.
All right, you win. What do you want?
I want to join the mercenaries.
So what about handing me my sword back first, eh?
Well, that would be an idea, yeah.
Here's your sword back.
High time, too.
And we got 50 XP for giving him his sword back. Nice.
I want to join the mercenaries.
Okay, I don't carry grudges. You can fight, and that's what counts. Most of the lads here think nothing of a little brawl amongst friends. You'll get used to
Friends.
that. As far as I'm concerned, you're in.
Yeehaw.
How's it going?
I'm curious to see whether they'll let you join.
In the end, I
Can you
think
teach
they
me
will.
how to handle two-handed weapons?
I'm not a bad fighter, but that doesn't mean I'm a good teacher. Still, I think I can show you the basics of two-handed combat anyway.
I think he could teach you at least up to 30% in two-handers. Cord's also a good teacher, a better teacher for that reason. And I think Lee is as well. But now we've beaten 3 of... oh, by the way, let's drink this. Elixir of Life. Let's not drink the Strength Potion. Bug meat. As you know, Jarvis, who's in there, has a quest to beat up 3 of Silvio's men. Rod, Raoul, and Fester are 3 of Silvio's men, so we've got that sorted. But we have one more, which we should beat, which is Bulko, and we'll meet him very soon. We have 3 more Ice Block Scrolls, which are immensely important in dealing with these messy situations. Let's speak with Thekla first.
What are you doing here in my kitchen?
The absolute legend called Thekla, which has a stew that's the best stew in the goddamn world. I can smell it through my screen.
Something smells delicious here.
Oh, yes. I know the likes of you. They're swarming all over the place. First, they try to get on your good side, and then when you need them, they're nowhere to be seen.
She's my favorite grandma in gaming, that's for sure.
I'm hungry.
I don't dish out food to tramps. I only feed people who work. And that mercenary riffraff, of course.
Let's just end this because I hate this angle for some reason. Keep getting obstructed by that asshole. That's better.
I'm looking for work.
You want to work here on the farm? Only Onar can decide that. The farm is his, and so is the entire valley.
Same old thing all over again.
Actually, I was planning to join the mercenaries.
So you're another of those felons from the penal colony? I might have known. Just leave me alone. There's already enough of your kind around here.
I need a place to sleep.
Don't even think about sleeping in my kitchen. Go find yourself a place in the barn.
What's your problem with the mercenaries?
Ah, those morons really get on my nerves, especially Silvio and his fat buddy Bulco. The two of them have been sitting in their corner for days now, making life miserable for me. The soup's too hot, the meat's too tough, etc. and so forth.
Then why don't you do anything about it?
And what am I to do, Mr. Smarty Pants? Whack them with my rolling pin? I can do that to the farmers, but these lowly bastards just hit back.
Want me to teach the two of them some manners?
You better not try that, honey. As far as I know, Silvio has magic armor. He can't be defeated.
And what about Bulco?
That guy is as strong as an ox. So far, he has flattened anyone who tried to mess with him or Silvio.
Or has he? Well, let's just test that out, shall we?
He doesn't even know how to hold a sword.
It can't go on like this forever.
How's it going?
Have I given you permission to address me?
You fucking asshole.
Thekla has a problem with you.
So, what is the dear lady's problem? And why doesn't she come herself?
You know that damn well.
Why don't you go discuss that with my friend Bulco for a while?
Silvio doesn't like being talked to. You might have gathered as much by now.
Alright, and now he wants to beat our ass. And let's run away.
Let's wait and see what happens.
I'll get you yet.
That's exactly what I said.
Not Dar. Jesus.
Nothing's ever going to change that. I don't want to hear that.
Don't tell me
I need a few crits, man. ASAP.
You have to feel
Finally.
that's nothing.
He's super tough as well.
me anymore.
But not as tough as Sentenza, if I remember correctly. But he's involved with two quests.
That's not what I heard.
First is Thekla's quest of beating him up. And second is Pepe's quest of the shepherd
I'm not telling you
behind the farmer's house with beating Bulco.
You already know what I
Don't you try that
So
again.
definitely you should do your best to beat this asshole every time you come on the farm in chapter 1, if you can.
The two of us should have a chat.
Listen, you won now. Leave me alone.
That's totally obvious. Why haven't I heard about this before?
That's all.
Wait a
just
minute.
gossip.
He really should have known better.
The two.
Listen.
If I wouldn't have froze him, I think it would have been super difficult to beat him, especially on the first try, because he doesn't have that stupid animation that you could just
Isn't true.
As if I didn't have enough.
run right to left to avoid his prints. Silvio, do you have anything to say?
Hey, asshole.
You don't actually think I'd get involved in a duel with you? Go crawl back under your rock.
Suck macaque.
What do you think of Lee?
Oh, He's a good fighter. I wouldn't ever want to pick a fight with him. Unless, of course, it couldn't be avoided.
A lot of people talk about you.
A lot of people talk too much.
Well, that's true. Fortunately, we can get our hands on those apples. Now let's talk back to Thekla, who should have a reward for us. Thekla's 2, which gives us strength.
You really let Bulko have it, honey.
Yes, sir.
Must have been an exhausting job to thrash that fat swine. Here, have a bite to eat so you'll gain back your strength.
That was no big
Can I have some more of your stew?
I haven't got any now.
Not even a tiny bowl?
No.
Can I lick the pot then?
Will you cut it out? If you're so keen on my stew, you'll have to do something to get it.
What?
Go see Sagita, the healer who lives behind Sekop's farm, and bring me a package of her herbs. If you bring me the herbs, I'll make you some stew.
Nobody wants to know.
Alright, and that's the way to get her second stew in Chapter 1. So one's beating Bulko, second one's bringing her herbs back from Sagita, the herb witch, who's unfortunately in the middle of the forest, quite a dangerous place to roam by. But we'll probably do that in this same episode. By the way, just to highlight, Thekla's 2 should be this one, yeah? +1 strength, besides hit point bonus.
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
It's possible. I was in the colony too.
Right. What do you want?
Let's just talk with this guy and let him know that we beat 4 of Silvio's men, not just 3.
How's the situation?
Right now, we've got real trouble. 2 factions are building up amongst us mercenaries. Silvio and his people doubt that Lee is following the right plan.
How come there are 2 factions?
Most of us came out of the colony with Lee back then, but some of the mercenaries hooked up with us later. They didn't come from the colony, but were farther south fighting the Yorks. Somehow they got wind that Lee needed people. Their leader was Silvio. He agreed that Lee was in charge, but now he's trying to stir up the mercenaries against him and his plan. A lot of Lee's people don't think that it's a big problem, but I know guys like Silvio. He'll go to extremes to realize his ideas.
Will he?
Do you know what Lee's intentions are?
Lee wants us to wait and starve the paladins in the city. He is planning to get us all away from the island, and Enos knows I've got nothing against getting away from here. I don't really know how he's planning to go about it, but I trust him. He's led us well so far.
Do you know what Silvio is planning?
Silvio found out that some of the paladins have moved out to the old colony. He says the rest of the paladins wouldn't dare to attack us here and wants to take advantage of the situation. Plunder the small farms, waylay the militia patrols outside the city, hold up travelers, things like that. But Lee thinks that would be the worst thing we could do in our situation.
I want to become a mercenary.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Where's the problem?
Well, I either have to vote for you or against you. And in the situation we're in, I'll only vote for you if I can be sure that you're on Lee's side.
So what should I do?
Simple. Beat up a few of Silvio's boys. That way both sides will know exactly where you stand. And if you stick to the rules for a duel, you'll even win the respect of the others.
What are the rules for a duel?
Go to Torloff and let him explain it if you're interested. Just so we understand each other. I don't care if you stick to the rules or not, just as long as the boys wind up out cold in the mud.
Which of the mercenaries are Silvio's men?
There are 6 men. First of all, Silvio himself and his right-hand man, Bulko. Then there's Rod, Sentenza, Fester, and Raoul. The rest of the people are either neutral or on Lee's side.
How many of Silvio's people should I defeat?
If you knock 3 of them to the ground, then you've proven which side you're on. Whom you choose is your business. Just one little hint. This isn't about proving your courage. Don't go up against Silvio himself. He'll make mincemeat out of you.
How many of Silvio's men are still on my list?
We've done
I
it.
bested Bulko.
I heard, not bad.
Rod looks a little worse for the wear. Fester tried to take me for a ride. That was his mistake. I went to see Raoul.
And?
He was badly in need of a proper licking.
That's enough. That's enough. I'm impressed. If Lee asks me, I can vote for you without hesitation.
Alright, we've done that as well. And probably that's one of the toughest quests you can do to join the Mercs and impress this guy, Jarvis. Just to let him know that you're on Lee's side, which was kind of obvious. Because we know Lee from back in the day in
It has
G1.
come to my attention that you have it in for my boys.
Yes, I do.
As far as I know, you're one of Lee's protégés.
Yes, I
I'm
am.
warning you.
Soon to
A
be.
few things are going to be different around here soon, and we'll talk about this again then.
Yeah, I will. In the meantime, I just beat his ass. So what you gonna do? Suck it. Next, who should we? Let's talk to Wolf, because we remember this guy from Gothic 1.
Doing all right?
Hey, I know you. From the colony. What do you want here?
Just watch Bulko just running over, running from the the shack, the tavern, the kitchen, just at the tree to piss. That was urgent, apparently.
I've come to join you.
Why not? I've got nothing against it. Anyway, you freed our mine from the guards back then. But don't count on getting along with the others here so easily. A lot of newbies have come along since then. And some of the old mercenaries won't remember you. I almost didn't recognize you. You look rather haggard.
When the barrier fell, I barely got away with my life.
Looks like you got lucky then.
Do you have anything to sell?
Oh, don't ask. Bennett, one of the new guys, takes care of the weapons and armor now. In the colony, I was responsible for Lee's entire weapons store. And then along came a trained smith and pow, I'm out of a job. I desperately need a new job, even if all I do is guard the farms out there. I don't care, just as long as I'm not twiddling my thumbs here anymore.
I'm staying out of it.
Can you teach me anything?
I can teach you a few tricks in handling a bow if you want. I don't have anything better to do right now anyway.
That was no big deal.
Don't want to learn anything about archery.
And?
Not so far.
We will have a job for him in Chapter 3.
Have you tried finding a job in town?
In the city? Wild horses couldn't drag me there. Where do you think I would want to work there as a militia soldier? I could just imagine myself in the courtier's uniform. And then that obsession with obedience. Nah, forget it. There may not be anything to do here on the farm, but at least I can do what I want.
That's true, I understand his life principles. Definitely. Can't say I
Hey,
disagree
you.
with him.
What's up?
Since Onar announced he was hiring mercenaries, the court's been overflowing with nothing but rogues. All the rabble who didn't have the guts to come out of the woods before are here now. The bastards really came from everywhere.
What's up?
The
mercenaries came from everywhere?
Most of them came from the penal colony. Another group of mercenaries came from the south, where they were probably hunting orcs. I bet that a few of the bandits from the mountains have shown up as well by now to get a free meal, huh?
Alright, that's about all he has to say, this Gunnar fellow. Elena is a trader and she should have a few apples in her inventory that will insta-buy. Hello, pretty girl.
Hello, pretty girl.
Just where did you escape from?
Nice line back there.
Has anything significant happened lately?
A few days ago, my father decreed that we're no longer allowed to sell anything in town. So now I'm staying here on the farm and selling my wares to visitors only.
Show me your wares.
Show me your wares.
What can I offer you?
Let's buy the apples, and we'll meet with Grom later on, who's the hunter. He'll need cheese, but we have cheese. He'll need meat, milk, and I think ham? Do we have ham? Yes, we do. Alright.
My father has decided that it's time we defended ourselves. The militia never helped us anyway. They only came here to drag off our provisions.
All over again.
What's your job here?
I sell the goods that we produce. If you want to buy something, just let me know. But let me warn you, I won't stand for either haggling or stealing, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Same old thing all over again.
What kind of work is to be had here on the farm?
My father pays money to all the men who help defend the farm. Are you interested? You don't look like someone who has a passion for field labor.
How much does your father pay?
You'd have to negotiate that with him. All I know is that each mercenary here gets paid every day.
Same old thing all
Are there any rules here that I should stick to?
You don't touch anything here that isn't yours. You stay away from the areas that are none of your business. And if you must pick a fight, stick to the mercenaries. If you start a brawl with the farmers, everybody here will be against you.
Alright, gotcha. We could talk to Cypher, but I prefer to speak with Dar first. The old junkie at the end of this track right here. What up, my dude?
What are you smoking there?
Want a toke?
Sure.
Sure.
He should have known better.
I used to say that
And boom, the magic dragon.
That's all just gossip.
Not bad, huh?
Where did you get the stuff?
same old thing all over again.
Will it ever change?
It's better to watch out who you tell what. Why haven't I heard about this before?
I have my sources.
I'm no better off myself.
It's better to watch out.
Do you do anything besides smoke?
Not at the moment.
I couldn't care less.
I like that line.
I want to join the mercenaries. Do you mind?
Who cares?
That's totally obvious.
I couldn't care less.
Right, and now let's talk to Cypher. Because he'll have an interesting story to tell.
That's all just.
Hey, you! How are things?
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
It's possible.
I used to deal in swamp weed back in the colony. Remember?
Actually, didn't have any dialogue except maybe if we would have lied to Korkalam in G1 and wouldn't have taken the swamp weed collection back to the swamp camp, but to the new camp. Think that's the only option Cypher had in G1.
And what are you dealing in now?
Ah, don't ask. I brought a whole package of swamp weed with me from the mining colony. Many of the mercenaries like a little smoke now and then. I've earned a small fortune on the side. But some bastard stole all the weed from my chest. I'm pretty sure it was that Bodo. He bunks in the same room as me, and he always grins at me like such an idiot.
What are you going to do about the thief then?
One of these days, I'll catch him puffing away on my weed. And then, I'll find a quiet spot and teach him a lesson he won't forget. If I knock him down here in the middle of the yard, the other farmers will notice, and I'll pay an arm and a leg.
How come?
Quite simple. We can't rough up the farmers, otherwise Lee makes us pay a heavy fine. That's the way Onar wants it. And the more witnesses there are, the more of a fuss there is. That makes things more expensive. So I'll pull the thing off nice and inconspicuously.
Inconspicuously, that's a nice word.
I want to join Lee's people.
Lee's people? If Lee keeps on this way, they soon won't be his anymore.
Why?
Lee has always been a quiet one. It was that way in the colony, too. But lately, he's overdoing it. He just wants to sit here and wait until the paladins drop dead from starvation. Silvio thinks we should clean up a bit on the small farms and outside the city. I think that would make for an excellent change. At the moment, most of us are just twiddling our thumbs here. Do you want to join up anyway?
Who said that? I couldn't get away with that.
I want to become one of you no matter what.
You already know that we take a vote on every new recruit.
What are you hinting at?
Well, I haven't had anything to smoke in a long time. Bring me a few swamp weed reefers and you got my vote. You can surely scare some up someplace.
Oh, yes, I can. First, let's talk to Bodo, because apparently he's the prime culprit in this weed package stuff.
Where did you pick that up then?
The militia has bullied us long enough. Now that the mercenaries are on our side, they won't dare to just show up here anymore. The king may think he can get away with anything, but we're not going to take it anymore.
In town, they're talking about a peasants' revolt.
Nonsense. We aren't doing anything except defending what we've worked hard for. It's certainly true that the war is being fought on the backs of the peasants, but Onar is no longer prepared to just stand by and watch while the king bleeds us dry.
Cypher told me somebody stole a package of swamp weed from him.
And?
He thinks you're the one who took it.
Oh, that's why the guy is always gawping at me so stupidly. I've been extra friendly to him lately because he seems to have hit a rough spot. But there was nothing I could do. I'd look at him friendly-like and he'd stare at me like he wanted to kill me.
That's all just gossip. You listen to the wrong people.
Give me that weed or else.
Listen, all I've got is this one reefer of weed. Take it and leave me alone. You know that Onar's mercenaries look out for us, right? So don't do anything stupid.
Well, you've got one reefer.
I don't believe a word you're saying. Give me the swamp weed.
I don't have it. Honest.
And he really doesn't have it. But this guy sounds like a prime suspect to me. How come he's smoking infinitely? He literally doesn't stop smoking. That's kind of suspicious.
Cypher told me that someone stole a package of swamp weed from him. Would you know anything about that?
No.
Where's the package?
What do I know?
That didn't sound very convincing.
Relax, I'm way too stoned to fight with you. Here, first take a big toke.
I couldn't care less. Nobody will learn anything.
Just you.
Myself. Do you really think? Do you really think?
Never pick a fight with me again.
No one really wants to hear that.
That's been known a long time.
Anything's possible.
Thanks for the gold, you hero.
I couldn't care
I
less.
think I better take this weapon.
Some problems solve themselves better. There've been all kinds of rumors.
I used to say that myself.
That's really.
You really think? I don't want to hear that.
There's more, believe me.
You never would have thought of that himself.
That's exactly what I said. Nothing's ever going to change that.
You don't have to tell me that.
Just you.
I feel sorry for the people. Who said that?
Somebody wants to know.
Nobody will learn anything.
I could have told you that.
That's better.
That's totally obvious.
And that's the truth.
And he has 9 reefers,
Nothing's ever going to change that.
a few arrows, and all our monies. Which is quite a lot.
You really think?
You definitely don't want to lose a duel in this game,
It was his decision, wasn't it?
because you lose all the money you got
Well, we'll see the next time.
and your weapon.
Wait a minute.
Same old thing, all
Where's the package?
Okay. I sold it to some bum in town. It was at the harbor. I can't remember what he looked like.
Could it be that you need another thrashing?
Honest, man, I was totally stoned. I don't have the slightest idea what the guy looked like. It was at the harbor near the boat builders. That's all I can remember.
Right, then now everything makes sense. Because there was a guy who was very suspicious and defensive right besides the boat builders.
Never going to change that.
So actually, let's head on there before we do anything else, because I would like to have that quest done and dusted before moving on with Dar, Cypher, and all these guys. Let's head back to the tavern teleporter. Teleport ourselves to the water mages and then to Harbor Town and deal with that bandit who's near the boat builder, to which Dar sold all of Cypher's weed. Then when we're back, we might do the Sagita thing as well, since we're quite close to it right now. We'll probably do the same route.
Tell me that isn't true.
All that matters is strength. So don't tell me that.
He really should have known better.
Alright, there's a tavern.
No idea. You tell me.
Do you really believe that?
Can't rely on that.
And there's the cave. And these are the water mages. Let's get back to town and be on our way towards the harbor area to deal with that thug. Luckily, we have 2 more ice block spells that could help us, because that's not the easiest guy to beat at this point. And he doesn't have the stupid AI either. So he's quite a worthy opponent at this stage. What's with the frame drops? Jesus.
Interesting. You don't say.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Now that's typical, isn't it?
I can't take care of everything for everybody. These are bad times.
There's the house, there's the boat builders, and this is the storage area where we should find the thug we're looking for. Save and talk with the asshole.
Hey, you still here? Didn't I tell you to piss off? Now I'll show you who's boss around here.
For some reason, they named him just simply guard instead of bandit or, I don't know, citizen.
Run as fast as you can.
Where is this fucker? Where is he? Hello, Mr. Guard. Alright, so he got stuck apparently. Jesus, what a sound. But he had a sword and a key. That key will help us unlock these 2 chests. First one just has a couple of potions, but the second one should have the wheat package we were after. There we go, parcel of weed. And that should solve us this quest. Yeah, for some reason they named them guard. They could have just named them bandit or citizen. That was a strange decision. Anyway, we've done that. Could have done that before, but I forgot when I was in town. And speaking of the town, I just remember something. We could do the donations with Darren, since we're going to pass Darren by anyway. Because there's a way of gaining a few hit points from Darren if you donate gold coins to the church. I think the maximum is 1,000, and we were looking good as far as gold is concerned, so we could do it right now actually. Let's save. Want to make a donation?
I want to make a donation.
That's not what I heard.
50.
I bless you in the name of Innos, for he is.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I want to make.
I bless you in.
Mana plus 2.
I want to.
I bless you in the name of Innos.
Experience.
I want to make.
I bless you in.
Hit points. Oh, by the way, where were we with hit points? We were 132. Alright. Just trying to keep count.
I bless.
Tell me.
Not this, not this, not this.
I want.
This.
I bless you.
I want to.
By the way, the result is the same if you use these, but the maximum is 1,000, so you could choose 200 5 times, 100 10 times, or 50 gold 20 times. That way, I think is the most effective, because you give the same amount of money, but you get more rewards.
Works all day too.
I want.
Ah,
I want.
totally worth it.
That's not what my
Hit points are extremely important at this stage of the game.
That's not what I heard.
I want.
A lot harder to kill us. As you saw, Dar managed to give us 2 or 3 whacks and we were donezo. That's not encouraging, is it? Oh, we got 1 learning point for some reason as well.
I want to make.
Ab.
I want. I want.
Hable.
I want.
Hable inglés, señor.
You have donated more than 1,000
Right.
gold pieces.
So we
overall
got to
me.
1,000.
The blessing of the Lord in us is
Lord.
always with you.
Well, thank fuck for Innos. Now we're at Jesus 217 from 132, so that's a nice boost for 1,000 coins. Definitely helps if you're good with money. So now, literally, is way harder to kill us. Let's just teleport to the tavern, and first stop should be to Sagita. Let's head over to Sagita for Thekla's quest first. Alright. And of course it's raining. Just demoralizing. Kind of makes you don't want to run around the map this much. Oh, this is the... Jesus, I almost confused the roads, man. This rain's kind of thick. Makes it much more difficult to distinguish nature elements around. But I think I have a a good grasp of where we should go. Speaking of which, we should pass by the cemetery where we were disguised as a warg a few episodes ago, and we fought more more correctly, we've bitten a few goblin skellies, and in that graveyard or cemetery there should be a king sorrel, which I didn't take. Where is it? Forgot about that. Yeah, there we are. Nice to do business with you, because anyway, later on we wanted to roam across the map to find all the king sorrels in Khorinis and all the dragon roots in Khorinis, so why not take it right now just to spare ourselves the trouble later on. Banded rapier. We've taken almost everything from here. I think this is a safer route because you could take the route directly from the mercenaries, but you pass by an annoying shadow beast and a couple of wargs as well. And I'd prefer to avoid all those three beasts. Speaking of these, let's save. This should be the safer route. And yeah, you get to the Circle of the Sun path this way. And when you see the light, you're very close to Sagira. There we go. Don't think I looted this. Nope. Silver Chalice, Statue of Innos. We'll pray later on, by the way, for the strength points. Won't do that today. One of the next episodes, I'll do that as well. Probably just before I close up chapter 1. And voila, we're at Sagira's. This is where it's located on the map, just in this dark corner besides the path, the normal path, even though it's definitely not on a straight path, but there's where it is on the map. And that's enough for today. We'll speak with Sagira and go back to the farm, the big farm, Ono's farm, next time. Thanks for watching, guys. You take care of yourselves. See ya!